We're teaming up with other marketing agencies and even some web developers who are offering the video to their services, but don't have it in-house. And maybe you can even talk about that a little bit, about setting up strategic partners, as opposed to hiring an employee. If you can't put someone on payroll full-time, work with another company who is synergistic to yourself in getting a goal accomplished. Because they basically have the innovation, they've got the drive, they've got the passion for running the business. Where you come in is, I guess, helping them, manage and associate that with personalities, employees, and the financial parts as well.
The stories I like to tell about that is, we'll get a business to the point where it's really time to be a little bit more sophisticated in watching the financials and setting up your financials. And I'm talking about tracking now. In a fundamental sense, I'm talking about the bookkeeping and the accounting of the financial numbers for the business. And oftentimes we'll get someone that would say, well, I guess that means I should go buy QuickBooks and learn how it works. And we'll, very quickly we'll go, whoa. Your job is best done by, sometimes it's the technical work in the business and training people on that. Don't take the time to become a QuickBooks expert. There's a whole bunch of folks out there that can do that for you. And you're not sitting down, number one, learning it, and then number two, having all the follow-on journal entries and reporting that come with that, which would be painstaking for you and not the highest, best use of your time. So when a certain skill is needed in a business because of the progress that we're making, we'll look for that skill to outsource until it makes sense that we have the scale in the business and the growth in the business to say, okay, now it's time to go bring that skill into the business. But we're always focusing that business owner on the highest, best use of their time relative to the growth, and I'm going to expand on this, relative to the growth strategies that we're finding to be appropriate for where that business is at that time certain. So let's talk a little bit about, Bruce, if I may. You brought it up a little earlier. At a high level, we see our job as, number one, facilitating crystal clear goals, because sometimes that can be the first stumbling block for the business owner, is to go, I don't know.
Because their first goal is, I just want to produce what I do or do what I do, and I don't know who's going to buy it, but I just want to do what I do. And so, what are your goals? That
definitely happens, but it's about facilitating crystal clear goals. Then we walk hand in hand with them to create the strategies and the execution of those strategies. We don't just create a document and say, okay, here you go, good luck. No. Facilitate the goals, work with them hand in hand on the strategies, how to execute those strategies, and then the accountability comes into play.
Definitely.
Right? It says, no, wait a second, we agreed that we could get this particular task or action done from this week to that week. What happened? It didn't get done. What got in your way? And this is not a whipping boy conversation. This is more to try to solve. If something got in the way relative to getting that action done, then the likelihood, if we don't address it, is it's going to get it in the way again. So we're always somewhat in a discovery mode. Every step, every strategy, every task, every action that we do execute, if it isn't completed as we desired it to be, both in outcome and timing, then we know we're in discovery and we have to go find out, what happened there? And then we go into continuous improvement and corrective action.